respond,
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 respond.
respond,
Your bread and butter. That's exactly the kind of story that you would respond to. Respond to. Respond to.
I'm not even gonna respond to that.
We can't be surprised if she doesn't respond. Doesn't respond. Doesn't respond.
Kate, be careful.
She continued to write, she continued to play shows, and I think, it was encouragement to see the fans respond.
Governor, please, if you want to respond to Senator McCain's comments about health care.
pivot. So why don't you stop whinging and cheer the fuck up?
Eric, I really wouldn't respond.
Well, do you know how a Chinese person would respond to that?
No, how?
I had this magical idea that everyone gets their own homing pigeon to respond with.
Since you've shown me your little party piece, I will respond in kind with a little diversion of my own.
You don't have to respond, just listen.
Witnesses saw you with Annabelle at the opening night party. It sounds like she didn't respond too well to your advances.
Why would she?
All units, 1078 at 2nd and Fletcher. Please respond.
Last patrol, Delta Charlie 52, 1060. Officer responding, over.
Keep talking to him. He seems to respond to you.
Why is Eiling bad?
You run into any trouble, I'll be in your ear talking you through it.
And what if he doesn't respond well?
cheat,
Cheat.
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 cheat,
I steal, cheat. In this case,
Hey, I saw that you cheated.
Hey, guys.
But a cheat is a cheat. But a cheat is a cheat. But a cheat is a cheat. And when he had other women, I just flipped out,
Understand, but obviously, I would never knowingly cheat on you.
And Enda, what happened here?
They probably cheated.
Your mother cheated. That's why you look like a plumber. Zip it!
Don't cheat on your lady, man. You live in a country that only has 8 people in it.
I use the system that's provided. Now, the fact that I do not cheat the system. I use the system. If there's a loophole and I go through the loophole.
And I didn't cheat. I didn't go to hookers. I watched a little porn, but who doesn't?
You cheated again! I'm not cheating! Mind your business! I don't cheat on my wife, friend.
Well, that's not what I heard.
I told you about that.
Oh, to cheat on such a nice boy.
That's cheating.
Only if you get caught.
I think it's cheating either way.
Point is, you win.
Flaw,
Flaw.
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 Mr. Dean, for all his talents, was given to one particular flaw. One particular flaw. One particular flaw.
It's a fatal flaw. Flaw.
My father was the engineer who discovered the flaw.
That leaves a flaw in manufacturing.
I have this character flaw that compels me to intervene whenever stupidity rears its head.
Hasn't fled. It's a family flaw. Fleeing. Which is why I say we stick it out.
Your romantic inclinations are not a flaw to be corrected. They're a trait to be accepted.
It's time to recognize it's not a character flaw.
QC mainframe, turns out there's a design flaw. The beacon is still susceptible to a subform wave, even if it's been deactivated.
It's just one flaw with your theory, though, Detective, and that is that all of this happened 14 years ago.
So I have a major flaw. Great. Come on, let's hear it.
You're terrified of conflict.
How can I be terrified of conflict? I'm married to you.
Sector.
Sector. Sector.
Sector.
sector,
They needed a sector of the city evacuated.
Which sector? Did you hear?
No.
Okay, I broke the crowd into sectors. I followed 6 people at a time from the minute they showed up till the riot started.
On my way out.
What? You're a pup. What are you, 40?
Got an offer from the private sector. Private sector. Private sector.
Man, you should join the private sector, Professor.
What are you getting out of all this?
What do you mean?
Why'd you leave all that money in the private sector and to come work down here?
Let's go. We got a job to do. Your basic human needs disgust me. Get out of here. Do we have temperature control in this sector?
On it. All employees in Sector 4, please stand clear.
Everybody, listen up. I've got some provisions. I think we need to get far away from here where the zombies can't get to us.
We cleared this sector, Zach. We're safe here. Don't worry about it.
Like where?
Machu Picchu.
Macho what?
Where's that? Zach, we cleared the sector.
Kyle, stop interrupting your...
Apache helicopter went down this sector 2 days ago. The sources tell us the pilot was captured.
Come on a worse day. The technology sector is tanking.
We've got a report on a body in Section 22. Anyone local?
Lannon.
No emergency.
Copy that. Sector Charlie canceling response.
Consistent.
Consistent.
Consistent. Consistent.
Consistent.
Crime scene, it's consistent with a drone-fired missile. Let me guess, she suggested that they all work together.
Well, at least she's consistent. At least she's consistent. At least she's consistent.
And nostalgic. Looks like she's back to her old tricks again.
These badges.
We know that we get people calling us and telling us what they think they're hearing or seeing or whatever, and it sounds strangely consistent.
You have a very consistent, albeit very cute, Sophie shoulder shrug that looks a little bit like this.
And on the radishes here, I use the tops, okay? Any consistent tops. Is that what's happening? 6 of these. Let's see what we got. What do you want, Percy? What do you want?
I made lots of calls to an untraceable burner phone in the past 6 months. Behavior consistent with a criminal dirtbag.
The hood guy.
That's what I thought at first. But these black arrows aren't consistent with his MO, and neither is the fact that the hood took Hunt for $40 million a few months ago.
My partner. Go!
I've isolated a frequency spike consistent with an incendiary device.
The cells in their bodies weren't able to utilize oxygen. It's consistent with exposure to poison gas.
The gravel he pulled from Tony's ride contains 76.8% hematite, consistent with the mines at Keystone Ironworks.
Tone gas at the scene. We think he was sedated.
Yes, that would be consistent with the tox panel. The residues on both wrists are consistent with duct tape.
He was bound?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Hypovolemic shock. It's consistent with the symptoms. I'm gonna get a line going.
Vision.
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 A vision of your mother. Tell me about that. Tell me what happened.
It was a dream.
Well, tell me about the dream.
Why?
I don't need his files. I just need to see his vision. See his vision. See his vision.
No. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm out. I had a vision. I was in the presence of something.
5% of all animals don't have vision, and there are 8.7 million species.
The day I was born, my mama had a vision that I would lose much but be saved by a woman.
You are here to lead us, and we are here to follow, to execute your vision.
I don't have a vision.
Mustang's night vision.
And his vision is what's saving the world.
And what exactly is his vision?
Let me remind you, too, that this is your vision. This is... They're gone.
What's gone?
My visions. The minute the earthquake hit, they stopped.
What? Where's Melanie?
I painted a vision. It may show us how to save her.
You're not real. Just a vision.
But I'm back in Storybrooke waiting for you.
You're dead. What? Of course I'm real. What the hell's going on? You're a vision. Just like Bo.
Crucial.
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 Commander, discipline is crucial. Discipline is crucial. Discipline is crucial to Kung Fu mastery.
Hear about your husband. Is he gonna be okay?
The doctors say the next 24 hours are crucial. 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 He should have just kept his head down, you know?
Beth, you are crucial, crucial, crucial to Dink Inc. Isn't that enough?
It is absolutely crucial that not a single person know you're the pick.
Frank, it's crucial that we establish a set schedule for your day to help keep you oriented.
Professor, just like your mother.
Yeah, come over to academia. Fun never ends.
Dinner is at a crucial point.
Okay.
It is crucial that you, yourself, raise this child.
The only treatment is fluid replacement and acetaminophen for the fever. The next 24 hours is crucial.
Ma'am, now it's ma'am.
We need to isolate available missile casings on the black market. Intel from the counterproliferation desk is crucial.
Quote? It's the benefit of planning for contingencies.
Planning is crucial when you're playing the long game.
I am no such thing. I was told the last crucial piece of the puzzle exists in this land.
Your leadership and courage will be invaluable as the crucial human link between our war machine and the new army.
We ask for nothing more than reform and oversight. Your ruling is a crucial first step. Thank you.
Evident.
Evident. Evident. Evident. Evident.
Evident, evident, evident. He was not acting alone. Who's there?
We come in peace.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, self-evident, self-evident.
It was very important for us to check the facts and to question the facts until it was evident that I was innocent.
And we must find an evident calamity, though we had our wish which side should win.
Your Honor, here are the incorporation papers. As you can see, the only signature evident is that of Mr. Stack.
Because he's Bitcoin's lawyer, not its creator.
Bitcoin has subcontractors.
An $80,000 religious study? And I think it'll be evident to those upset by the verdict.
I always hated that language, as was evident in your studies.
I don't know why that surprises you. I'm a grown man. It should be evident by this sport coat and very real flower in my lapel.
Fractures are evident on at least half a dozen bones, including possible cause of death.
It's been 6 months. There's not much chance that the fungus would still be evident on a smooth metal surface.
Well, Aristu said that she would have suffered severe bruising and broken bones, neither of which were evident.
Hey, gentlemen, what we have here is a male victim. COD is quite evident based on the multiple stab wounds.
Recovery. Recovery.
Recovery.
Recovery.
Recovery.
His recovery time, his recovery time, his recovery time is insane.
I had a ringside seat to my mom's recovery attempts. Recovery attempts. Recovery attempts. I know all about accepting the things I can't change.
What are you doing here?
I wanted to see how your recovery was going. See how your recovery was going. See how your recovery was going.
Really?
Not moved, not smaller. Gone. He's going to make a full recovery.
Simmons has been working around the clock on these. She assures me they'll cut your recovery time in half.
Go to the recovery room. Have one of ours take a look at you.
It wasn't something we could prevent, but you will make a full recovery.
Dawkins is driving a 2010 silver Chevy Malibu. Car's got a vehicle recovery system. Can you track it?
Hey, can we see him?
Not right now. The doctor said once he's stable, they're going to move him to a recovery ward where he can have some visitors.
Wait a minute, you're an insurance agent?
Recovery specialist. And if you don't mind, I'd like to see Jansen right now.
You didn't even ask me about my recovery.
It's a recovery now.
Contentious.
Nice recovery.
All right, well, I'll let you know as soon as he's in recovery.
Thank you.
Big book.
Alcoholics Anonymous. Sarah's in recovery.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Alike.
Alike. Alike. Alike.
Alike.
What it really meant. How much we're alike and how we've been through the same things.
Tell her, sweetie.
Well, I was looking at my cereal this morning and I was thinking, wow, no two flakes are exactly alike.
You wanna need it? Because I'm telling you, we look a lot alike, but mostly probably gonna recognize you and me.
Understood the word Francie?
Fighting, are they? Huh? So much alike, those two.
They're literally nothing alike.
Oh, different mothers.
So how do we pop that box?
Well, Google it.
We think a lot alike.
Is that right?
Seriously.
The music, wow, like everything sounds alike, like they're playing the same.
It's exit, isn't it? And exit is sometimes mistranslated as éxito, probably because both words sound so alike.
Thank you, Rosetta Stone.
It's what I do when I can't write a paper.
You can go back to bed now, love, if you want.
Happy families are all alike. However, every unhappy is...
Time's been kind to the Price sisters.
Well, don't lump us together.
But you're so alike.
No, we're not. Nothing alike. Nothing. Nada.
Who's the blonde? Is it his brother? Please, they look nothing alike. I bet they're doing it with each other. How?
There's been a change in the weather.
Perfect.
And a change.
Oh, we really are alike.
Edie?
Yes.
I'm Felicia Tillman. Martha's sister.
Really?
What's wrong?
Oh, nothing's wrong. It's just that Martha always said how alike you two were. I just don't see the family resemblance.
Glance.
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 Really believe, Mr. Nobley, that you can know the worth of a person at a glance?
Okay, so on first glance, if you look at both heads, you don't see anything different.
That's what you see at first glance. First glance.
Well, at first glance, I see you shortchanged yourself in some deductions.
Because even a cursory glance at this document has convinced me that there's no such person as Pumpkin.
I think he painted over the clay so no one would notice this spot on a first or even a second glance.
Do you see any trends based on those dates?
At first glance, no. I'll do a full analysis.
The big guys barely glance at each other, but they're ready to respond as a unit easily. Trying to cheat.
It was a glance, that's all. So the checklist is the first page on every patient clipboard. So you can see at a glance that Mr. Aranda has been checked in for coughing up blood.
We'll run the usual test, but first glance, carpet fibers aren't a match. Your girl wasn't killed in our office.
Appreciation.
Appreciation.
Appreciation. Appreciation.
Appreciation.
Obviously, the killer wants us to hear this song for reasons other than music appreciation. Music appreciation. Music appreciation.
I'll hit you with truths. You want to know what it's like to work as hard as I do and get no appreciation, just...
I don't suppose the president's appreciation could come in the form of a blurb for my book.
Oh, come on, Watson. Show a little appreciation for a prank well played. Tyler and their ilk used to share their appreciation of Nottingham Knights.
Most scientists don't have an appreciation for the value of aesthetics.
If I could show my appreciation by taking out to dinner sometime.
What is that?
A small token of my appreciation for that miracle you performed on my back earlier.
Time we'd spent together working on it gave me an appreciation I never would have had otherwise.
So she's dropping the suit?
Yeah, forget gratitude and appreciation, maybe.
You have to care for people who are oftentimes incapable of expressing gratitude or appreciation.
Settle. Settle.
Settle. Settle.
Settle.
If I'm gonna get on with my life, I need to settle things with you. Settle things with you. Settle things with you.
town.
Already did. Sent her to Bruce's in Washington until it's settled. So let's settle it. So let's settle it. So let's settle it.
So we settled in for a year inside a bunker. Settled in for a year inside a bunker. Settled in for a year inside a bunker. Keeping safe from an atomic holocaust.
What were these people thinking? The jokers who settled this place.
I could have been a pharmacist. But I settled for settling down because
An absence of original thought.
You just did it again. I'll settle it. I'll find the person who's doing it and I'll tell them to stop.
You lot! I told you, man, I didn't hit her! Come on, settle down!
Feeling. If there's to be a war, that would be Whitehall's choice. I'd settle for a pardon, title on lands, and a governor that I could trust, and so would most of the men out there.
Now, if I may, I suggest an announcement of payments to settle debts. The longer it takes them to hear, the more fuel Lily White can throw on the fire.
You choose a target?
Well, I'm digging through the gray trade files and I settle on this one, Little Star Merchandise.
Argument.
Argument.
Argument. Argument.
Argument.
What is magic? Our argument, our argument, our argument, nothing but targeted deception.
Your argument is lacking in all scientific merit.
Weird. Oh, good. That was an unusual interaction. I wasn't sure.
You guys have an argument? An argument? An argument?
No. Well, I'm the astrophysicist. Astro means space. Astro means star. Okay, well, let me just tell you, if we were having this argument in my native language, I'd be kicking your butt.
I tried, but... You made a fairly well-reasoned argument.
Stuart, settle an argument for us. Who would win? Billy the Kid or the White Wizard?
Hold on, Will and Amy had an argument?
Yes, quite the kerfuffle.
Oh my god, I acted like a dumb diva. Hope you're not looking for an argument.
The other gentleman is using his elbow, and it seems to be working.
We have this argument. I'm car ride home.
Let's say it's black chicks. Okay, that's your thing. For the sake of argument, that's your thing, okay?
Jaden, she came over and we got in an argument and then it had happened so fast.
No, but this... Oh, boy, I sure hope this argument goes on for another 4 minutes and 15 seconds.
Utmost.
Utmost.
Utmost. Utmost. Utmost.
Feel confident that I will treat your daughter with the utmost care, and consideration.
Thank you.
Princess Mei Li's peace mission is of the utmost importance. Utmost importance. Utmost importance. We can't afford any mistakes, Poe.
I have not only successfully brought the killer to justice, but I did so with the utmost respect for the law, utmost respect for the law, utmost respect for the law, and for the department I represent.
I have nothing but the utmost respect for you as my mentor, and it's okay. It's okay.
Mild man was killed in Nam when I was a kid, and so I have the utmost respect for our servicemen.
Just serving my country.
This is a building of the utmost character.
In this manner, you will both stay as fresh and alert with utmost importance. All you need to know is the subjects believe their job is of the utmost importance.
Look, Agent Booth, I will do my utmost to get you a gun.
A couple of tweaks.
Do this all the time, Bones. Let me tell you, these donuts are amazing.
I have the utmost respect for your work, Dr. Brennan, really.
And that, dearie, is the conundrum we're all depending on you solving. Now, I say this with the utmost sincerity. Good luck.
Son? Yeah, and we think the kidnappers are Russian. And they use military tactics.
It is of utmost importance that you keep me informed, Lily.
I have the utmost respect and appreciation for our troops, sir.
Not with statements like that, you don't.
Okay, Senator, if I may, I can explain.
Fragile.
Fragile. Fragile. Fragile.
Fragile.
I'm sorry. I forgot you're in a very fragile state.
Maybe you'd like to step outside and see how fragile I am. See how fragile I am. See how fragile I am.
Taylor woman in the waiting room. She was very attractive. And a wounded bird. Fragile, fragile, fragile.
Maybe you'd also see how fragile, fragile, fragile each and every life is.
Men are afraid to dance. The male ego is too fragile.
I'm not afraid. I'm a man.
Yeah, I wouldn't push too hard if I were you. No, she's too fragile.
Began over a girl, Mitzi Sun Hu. Name means fragile flower. She was engaged to a Choi and then fell for a Sun Hu.
Every generation requires a reminder that our safety is fragile.
Overruled in the ops room. She's feeling understandably fragile.
We must have a care for feminine sensibilities. They are finer and more fragile than our own.
The worst war in all history is over. Now is the time to win this fragile peace.
Threat.
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 The lockdown makes me weak.
Look, I'm not a threat to you. Look, I'm not a threat to you. Look, I'm not a threat to you. Oh, your boy. I need to be on your property. I'd rather there's no contact at all. I'm gonna stay in the fields.
My lord, I believe riding is no longer a threat to you. No longer a threat to you. No longer a threat to you.
Why?
Until I'm confident you're no longer a threat to others. No longer a threat to others. No longer a threat to others. Well, of course he does. And the FBI, they're taking a threat in Cincinnati pretty seriously.
On the move, make no mistake. What is happening in Spain it's a threat to our democracy as well.
Rosenbach said the bulk of the identifiable sources are in the threat assessments. It's 14,000 documents. But if you hold those...
Investigation overlook anyone. Search even those that you suspect the least, for the threat may reside anywhere.
We haven't been able to negotiate with the Grounders because we haven't had anything to offer them. The biggest threat they face is from the Reapers.
She posed no threat to anyone other than her father.
Titus Delancey might disagree.
How's the new gig? It's nice people. Big job, but the threat briefings we get, I used to sleep better.
I don't get paid enough to have arrows shot at me. You need to take this guy seriously. He's a bigger threat to your operation than Osenti ever was.
I just think he poses a greater threat to all of us.
But you're surrounded by people who constantly underestimate the threat they're up against.
Radical.
Radical.
Radical. Radical.
Radical.
You don't believe in radical Islam, radical Islam, radical Islam. You love the West.
Did your husband have any radical political views? Radical political views? Radical political views, Mrs. Powell?
Terrorists?
See, Palmer fought the radicals, just as I have. Just as I have. He was targeted.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Us are KGB radicals. True believers and trained assassins, among other things.
These were major radicals, Ben, who know how to hide.
It is unlike you to introduce such a free radical into an otherwise highly functional relationship.
My research.
This man is not your normal radical. He's already killed once.
Most of those men are pretenders, attracted to his ideas because they made them feel like radicals. But Thomas...
No.
I confess I was amused at the idea of an Irish radical for a chauffeur, but I see now I've been naive.
Oh, come on. There's a radical difference between $71,000 in royalties and the potential millions from the plaintiff's voice recognition software.
Yes.
An anti-Quintana firebrand determined to prevent a radical shift to the left in Latin America. What's his name again?
Here's a radical thought. Go old school. Challenge Stewart to a fight.
Grab. Grab. Grab.
Grab.
Grab.
Onto my neck. Grab onto my neck. Grab onto my neck. Don't let go. Spot fights that way.
Gotta grab something. Gotta grab something. Gotta grab something.
I'll grab some beers. I'll grab some beers. I'll grab some beers.
But I suppose I could zip down and grab you another one.
Great, extra hot and 2 stevias. Oh, and while you're down there, would you mind dropping off my dry cleaning?
Hey, everybody, grab a glass. I just want to say to my best friend Brody, good luck in Hong Kong, man.
Tell me how you're all enjoying the feast. It's great. Grab a seat. Okay, I got him where I want him. I'm gonna dance over by the chalice. Viper grab it, then Crane grab Viper and take off. What about you? I'll distract them so that you guys can get out. Then...
Here we go. Okay, if anyone tries to grab you, you just pull the string, release the ballast, and let the wind whisk you off to safety. Right? Huh?
Emily, let's go grab a cup of coffee. Okay?
Yes, why not do that? Thank you. Please go with them. Stay there.
Crazy cool, right?
How did you do that?
Grab my hand. Just give me a minute.
Yeah, me and Barry were actually gonna go grab lunch.
We were? Right, yeah. Duh.
Duh.
Sounds like you're hungry. How about you and I grab some dinner?
I like you, kid.
Intensive.
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 Our intensive fishing sacrifices millions of fish.
No, he's in intensive care, but he's stable.
Oh, thank God.
Says I'll need at least a few weeks of intensive therapy.
Take as much time as you need.
That's how you get polonium, 2 10 in your drink. I go 18 months in intensive care for radiation poisoning. I go 6 months without eyesight. Well, everybody you've ever loved has come down.
Intensive care unit. Intensive care unit. Intensive care unit.
Yeah, she me, but she tried to commit suicide.
She's in intensive care under police guard.
Hey guys, the baby's doing fine and is out of intensive care. Intensive care.
Neonatal intensive care?
No.
Curse.
Curse.
Curse. Curse.
Are you willing to risk it?
Curse you.
And I have cursed my willful idleness, begun to deem myself a coward.
Cool. I think you'll like the next one better. All the cheerleaders are suffering from an evil curse. Curse.
Oh, well, that's like my high school, too.
And I used to think that was a curse, but...
Okay, do you see my hair? You want me to go see Ryan like this? Really?
Well, Ryan or not, you do not curse in this house.
There's nothing I can do about that.
Look at us. You feel cursed because you were born with it.
Scented with myrrh. Anywho, Alicia was very sensitive about his hairless pate, and in the name of the Lord, cursed the boys.
I'm just hoping this isn't some sort of verfluchte Zwillingsschwester.
A what?
An entwining twin curse. They make a mess of things.
We are. It's the curse of old men to realize that in the end we control nothing.
Yes. She cast a curse on this land. A terrible, terrible curse.
The portal you were after.
The same one Emma went through. That's how she escaped the curse.
Remarkable.
I love that goat. That goat's all about reversing the curse.
What curse?
The Cubs. Goat owner cursed them once, which is why they always suck. Everyone knows that.
Optimistic.
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 When conditions are met, I'm optimistic.
Optimistic?
Just hear him out.
What kind of charlatan are you?
I'm optimistic.
Long-term memory recall
is intact, and I'm very optimistic that the rest of your memory is going to improve with time.
Yeah, I feel so optimistic.
I'm pretty optimistic about next weekend, though.
You're mighty optimistic.
Is the chosen one coming to you?
I'm cautiously optimistic about his loyalty.
Mr. Alani doing?
He's still in surgery, but optimistic we got there just in time.
Good, good. He's got a family that needs him.
For the bone marrow procedure is going to be next week, and the doctors are saying good things. They're optimistic.
Well, that's great news then.
Yeah.
Well, that's rather optimistic, isn't it?
What are you talking about?
What lay ahead for them was unclear, but they remained cautiously optimistic that their next guardian would be better than the last.
Reckon.
Reckon. Reckon. Reckon. Reckon.
And how do you reckon? How do you reckon? How do you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon we did. Yeah, I reckon we did. Yeah, I reckon we did.
It's an odd thing to say. But, I reckon this will be the highlight of your trip.
Kama Sutra.
I reckon you owe me that for the past 2 years.
Well, I reckon I'd best get you home then.
How much you reckon this house is worth? I say 500, maybe.
Old warriors like me are a force to be reckoned with.
And right now, your only plan to reckon with is to try and fight them head to head.
Good researcher. Why would she fake evidence on Bigfoot?
Because I reckon she found the real thing.
Don't reckon I've got much use for your ideas on how to do it.
More, I reckon.
Yes. We are gonna have to find another way to get that money, okay?
Well, then I reckon ain't too much of a problem for our friend here to rummage up. Ain't that so, DB?
Propose. 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 Propose.
Propose.
And what do you propose? And what do you propose? And what do you propose?
A trade.
Let me know if you need trendy places to propose. Propose. Propose.
I think you're getting a little bit ahead of yourself.
Something's up.
Yes. I'm in love. I've come back to propose. To propose. To propose. Have you guessed who she is?
I have a suspicion. Why didn't you propose when you were here?
So, what do you propose, Mr. Lane?
Where did I propose? Huh? Where did I propose?
Jenny says she doesn't want to get married.
You didn't propose without getting my blessing first, did you?
I know that Brody's gonna propose to me.
What?
He's lost too much blood. He won't survive the journey.
Then what do you propose?
To be logical.
Kung Fu should be for everyone. And thus, I'm going to formally propose that the ban on amateur Kung Fu be lifted.
I was gonna propose tonight.
All right.
But I went to Joe to ask for his blessing. He said no.
When you took me to the waterfront and Dr. Wells abducted you, you were going to propose.
I propose. And you, dear. I give you this back. And in return, you tell me everything you know.
Explore. Explore.
Explore. Explore. Explore.
The world just doesn't have as many mysteries anymore. There's no new continents to explore, to explore, to explore. There's no more deepest, darkest Africa.
We just, explore it further. And,
Explore it further. Explore it further. Explore it further.
Yeah, I'm so excited to explore another planet. Explore another planet. Explore another planet, Commander.
Monkey.
Descartes, Newton, Wittgenstein, to explore in the imagination what they were constrained from exploring in the physical world.
meters.
Having lost the probe, the only way to get the data was to explore the chaos zones, where the ice had cracked and re-cracked. And
if I want to explore my ideas, I just need to cloak them in the guise of Florence's defense.
For he presents you the chance to explore all the mysteries of this chamber, if you would only agree.
It's a possibility I think we should at least explore. Last night, I began to explore possible reasons why Tim Wagner wanted to dodge a DNA test.
And then with the U.S. neutralized, our enemies would be able to explore their interests unchecked.
That's right. Beckett, their ongoing mission
to explore strange new motives, to seek out new witnesses and new suspects for murder.
Angie, what he's been doing all day, I'm not pointing any fingers. I'm just trying to explore all the options.
If we explore the crater, we might be able to save everyone.
He's right. Anthony, send 3 scouts to explore the area, out to a perimeter of 5 miles, in every direction but east.